Hello, everybody. We are back once again, and I have my handsome co-host with me for this issue. We missed you last week.
I met Lando.
You did. No, he didn't.
Yeah, I did.
How?
I met Lando last
When?
week.
Oh, last night.
Yeah, I went to the Han screening. I met Han, I met Lando, and I met the Queen of Dragons and Vision.
Really?
Yeah, he's the bad guy in the movie.
They were all there?
Yeah, everybody was there.
That's so cool.
Everybody was there.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
so
pretty cool. The movie was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad because they got a lot of hate.
Why?
That movie got a lot of hate.
But
everyone was talking shit about it. And it wasn't bad.
No.
It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was just meh. It was Bill and Ted 2.
And did you know they're getting a 3?
Yeah.
So it's like, yay, we're getting a Bill and Ted 3. All right.
So welcome to the show, everybody.
Hi. So like I said, we missed you last week, but we had a great stand-in. We had Vinny with us, and he was great. People liked him. Yeah.
Vinny likes penis.
Kind of.
He's giggling right now.
But this week we are basically going to talk about the main debate that most of us geek nerds and fandom people have, Marvel versus DC.
Marvel versus DC is a really weird topic because the fanboy and everybody gets involved. Okay?
It's true.
So if you ask any DC fanboy, Batman wins everything.
Which is actually what Mr. Malave from the New York City edition, he is obsessed with Batman, and where we've set up a Who You Got challenge page where we can relive all these challenges I did.
First thing I want to do is apologize because it's my fault Donald Trump is president.
What?
That's right.
How?
Because before Trump even made a nomination, I used to call Batman Donald Trump.
Oh, no.
Imagine Donald Trump put on a cape and cowl, jumped in your window, punched you in the face, and said, "Don't do drugs." That's Batman.
Oh, my God.
That's Batman, basically.
Yeah. He's getting married, too.
Donald Trump?
No, Batman.
Oh, yeah.
They announced, you're the comic book geek.
I know.
Like, isn't Superman getting married again, too, or something?
No,
like, they're having 2 big weddings?
No, Superman's already married. Superman's married to Lois.
Right.
It's
Kitty. Kitty Pryde and
Colossus are
yeah.
getting married. I think that happened this week or next week.
Last week.
Last week?
Yeah, it dropped last week.
Yep. And then next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they get the Batman wedding to Catwoman.
Yeah, the one that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
It's the fan thing.
Like, why would Batman get married?
Why not?
I mean, why not?
Why not? You got to make little Batman.
Because he is the knight.
That's true. But yeah, so I mean, let's just get to it. I mean, obviously, me and you, do you prefer Marvel or do you prefer DC?
That's a weird topic.
It is a weird topic. That's why we're doing it.
If you ask me, I'm a Marvel.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't be a collector like I am and just say I'm a Marvel. Yeah. I mean, did I grow up? Yeah, I grew up on X-Men and stuff like that. But, you know, when you grow up in the 80s, you got your Titans, you got your X-Men, you got all that stuff.
True.
It's not a simple question.
No.
And I think people are so wrapped up in picking sides, they can't see, the truth.
Yeah. I mean, people also go with the hype.
Oh, one of the biggest arguments I've heard since Infinity War is, can Darkseid beat Thanos?
Oh my God, why is this even becoming a topic?
So I want to ask you, Jade, as someone who has not versed in 30 years of Thanos versus Darkseid.
What do you mean I'm not versed?
No, as in don't have every issue, you don't have every
No, I don't. No. You're right.
I want you, not that you don't know who they are. I want your
I have my history. I just don't have the books.
I want the random, full, blatant, throw out answer. Who do you think would win in a fight?
I don't really have an answer because they're technically, when it comes down to their history, background, powers, they're kind of evenly matched.
See, that's where I disagree.
Really?
And here's the thing, and I'll tell everyone straight up. Thanos can whip this shit out of Darkseid.
Yeah.
That's not an opinion, because a lot of people on these podcasts go opinion and fact. There's just a power scale. Well, if you put Superman and the Flash to arm wrestle, Superman's going to win.
That is true.
If you put Aquaman and Hawkeye to swim across in a pool, Aquaman's going to win. Darkseid and Superman fight how many times? And Superman has won just as many. He's fought the Justice League to a standstill. Darkseid's the man in DC. I'm not arguing that at all.
Right. But then again, also keep in mind, Darkseid also has his minions.
But But forget the minions. But
okay,
Marvel Cosmic is on a different scale than everything else. There are certain things that Marvel does better, and there's certain things that DC does better. For example, Doctor Strange cannot hold a candle to the mysticism in DC.
No, he cannot.
Their magic levels are far beyond anything. The same thing can be said for telepaths.
Mm-hmm.
DC cannot touch Marvel.
No.
When it comes to telepathy.
No.
It's just a totally different level. There's no, can Martian Manhunter beat Professor X?
No.
That's not even a fucking topic.
Even a topic.
And this is the same thing. Okay? If Superman can beat Darkseid, Darkseid cannot beat Thanos. Thanos can smack around the Silver Surfer. Go toe-to-toe sometimes with Galactus weakened. Galactus is another scale altogether. But Marvel has this whole niche category of cosmic.
True.
And their levels are far beyond anything.
That's true. I mean, at the end, you're sitting there going, how did anybody even survive in the first place?
It's not a simple leveling scale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? When you compare Darkseid and Thanos, it's apples and oranges. And it's not a fair comparison. It's not a fair comparison.
No.
Okay? And I'm not talking Infinity Gauntlet Thanos. And because everyone goes, well, Darkseid, in the Wikipedia, because I've had this argument. Yeah, Wikipedia says that Darkseid's power is near infinite.
I mean, people do realize that Wikipedia is written by
but
fans.
They're right, because he has the anti-life equation when they're factoring that in. But if you're going to do that, then you have to give Thanos the glove. You can't add on and still the scale.
But Thanos, even without the glove, isn't he also considered like one of the three main gods?
No.
Wasn't he?
No.
Like, he didn't have three incarnations or something?
No,
or am I getting it mixed up?
If we go into Thanos history, it's a whole other episode on its own.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet is basically what, for lack of a better term, a Catholic would consider God. You snap your fingers and something happens. We're not talking about a Thor god. He's the god of thunder, and Loki's the god of mischief. And,
that's Norse mythology.
And you know, the new gods in DC and all that stuff. He is considered basically the Almighty. And the only thing above it was the Living Tribunal, which is another topic for another episode.
Another day.
So there's this another level. So you can't say that Dr. Manhattan is as powerful as Thanos with the glove, because it's not. Mm-mm. Dr. Manhattan has a scope. He's still a being, and he has to see you and know you exist to influence you.
That's true.
Thanos knows everything with the glove. He's connected to every soul on the planet, in the universe, every mind in the universe. The power gem ties it all together. He knows what happened from the start of the universe to the end.
Because of the time stone?
Yeah, he's here right now with you, and he's over there. Okay? The movies have toned it down a little bit because, yes, Thanos
be with you.
It's a different level.
Well, yeah, but also at the same time, you have to understand that a lot of the newer fans, and I'm not saying I'm a newer fan, I'm saying the kids,
here's the thing,
and adults that didn't grow up reading the comics,
but you know,
have only been exposed to the movie.
If you were to sit here and we were to sit here and debate who is a better archer, Hawkeye or Green Arrow, that's a debate. You know, I don't feel like Thanos and Darkseid is a debate. I think that's fanboy love.
I do agree with you.
It's two different levels, because Darkseid can't beat the Silver Surfer.
Mm-mm.
So why would you automatically assume Darkseid could beat Thanos?
Because they probably
it's fanboyism. And here's the thing, it's not like it's undocumented shit. It's there. You know, it's here. You know, Thanos going all out against a fully power cosmic Annihilus coming into the multiverse, and Annihilus only winning because he tricked him.
Oh yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
I was trying to say, Darkseid also has his little minions that he sends out before he does. He has Granny Goodness and all that.
Depending on who writes Thanos, he's got it too. See, again, now here's the Black. But here's the thing: the Black Order is a MacGuffin. The Black Order was created to give Thanos a team, like the Avengers, after he made his appearance in the first movie. Yeah. There was no Black Order before the first Avengers movie. They weren't in cameos. There wasn't a backstory. There wasn't anything. They didn't exist. Okay, huh? That's why I don't know. Yeah, they weren't around. They never happened.
Yeah.
Okay, but Thanos had his ships. He had thousands of warships. He was going around. Thanos has conquered and destroyed planets on no end. And again, it's apples and oranges, and it's unfair.
True.
Because the scaling is different. So now you take something like Avengers versus Justice League.
But they actually did that.
But it's a weird conversation to have, because the Justice League, in my opinion, beats the Avengers. But in 2018, everybody is an Avenger.
Yeah.
So in 2018, no, the Justice League can't beat the Avengers because everybody's a fucking Avenger. No, they put Cannonball, they got Sunspot, they got Storm. They put
Havoc did leave the Avengers for a while.
Havoc led the Unity Squad with Rogue, Sunfire, Quicksilver. So yeah, right now in 2018, can the JLA beat the Avengers?
No,
absolutely not. But I don't consider this the Avengers.
But then again, at the same time, it's like, are we going with original JLA? Or are we going with the JLA version that they did in the cartoons with Justice League
the JLA
Unlimited?
You take how I factor it is this: you have to take the mainstays,
right?
And when you talk the mainstays in the Justice League, it's the Magnificent Seven,
right? It's Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, Martian Manhunter. Mm-hmm. Then you have Aquaman's there.
Yep. Green Lantern,
and Flash. But see, now, which Green Lantern are they using?
Doesn't matter. For this argument, it really shouldn't matter. But right. now we'll throw in another just to make it an even 10. Cyborg is now a mainstay, and Martian Manhunter isn't.
Yeah,
but let's say so that's 8. Okay?
Even though he was originally like one of the members of the Teen Titans that were created by the Justice League to further their younger superheroes.
Then you get Shazam. Yep. Okay, we'll put Shazam in the mix just for shits and giggles.
Does he count since he's actually a kid?
Yes, he counts.
Okay.
We're just talking the main 10 JLA.
Yeah.
And then we'll put in Firestorm. I would say Firestorm. All right? Okay. That's a top 10 JLA. That's a heavy hitters. Okay.
Adam.
Now you take the top 10 Justice Avengers.
Which ones?
It doesn't matter. That JLA team will destroy them.
Exactly.
If you take 10 top JLAers versus top 10 Avengers, unless you're cheating and you're going to say, well, what? Unless you're going to say, well, Thanos teamed up with the Avengers and Thanos is a member of the Avengers. I don't count that.
No, I wouldn't count that.
I'm talking about when you talk Avengers, you're talking Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, minimum, Giant Man, Wasp, Quicksilver, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, Vision, and sure, let's do Hulk. And again, I don't consider Hulk a long-time Avenger. Because the Hulk was only in for 3 fucking issues, disappeared, didn't come back until Avengers the movie.
That's true.
Okay?
Because they can't even go into what the Hulk universe.
Let's say the Hulk. Those 10 against those 10, the Avengers are getting the shit kicked out of them.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Yeah. I mean, maybe not Hulk, but close enough.
No, even Hulk. Here's the thing what people don't realize. Martian Manhunter is Superman.
Yeah. Just
Martian Manhunter is as strong as Superman. Almost as fast as Superman. With telepathy, shape-shifting abilities. Just a blatantly obvious and easy to exploit weakness. Like, if Superman came here to whip my ass, I don't have kryptonite. But I got a book of matches. And so that's really much all you need.
Martian Manhunter was in Blackest Night.
Right.
When he was chasing down Green Lantern and Flash. They hid in a firehouse. He stood next to it and said, "You seem to forget I'm as strong as Superman."
Yeah.
And literally flipped the building with one hand.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that is, that's the voice of Geek and Nerd Jesus. They are back with us this week, so yay!
So, to say the argument what's better is DC versus Marvel. And the reason I bring this up is because
it really comes down to who.
Well, it comes down to this. It's basically Avengers came in, the movie. And whipped the shit out of DC.
Well, DC movies kind of suck.
Exactly. Well,
except Wonder Woman.
And that's unfair. Because would they suck if we didn't have Marvel?
I don't think so, no.
Would we be judging them at such a high standard?
No.
So people like to think and judge and say that I prefer Marvel movies because,
you're a Marvel guy.
I'm a Marvel guy. And that's not true. And the only way to do it is by giving a real comparison. So what I'm going to start doing is giving you guys a real debates about character versus character, like we just did with Thanos versus Darkseid.
Definitely join in on this.
Who's the better villain? Arguably Darkseid. Who's stronger? If they were going to beat the shit out of each other standing in a ring?
Thanos.
And that's not because I'm a Marvel fanboy.
It's because of the fact.
Thanos is cosmic beyond cosmic beyond cosmic. Darkseid is a really, really tough fucking dude that has an empire.
But he's still,
Okay? If Superman came flying at Thanos would open a portal and send Superman to the other side of the universe. Darkseid would fist fight him. And then maybe lose. And then what happens when you have Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter standing waiting for the next round?
Yeah.
You know, it's not, it's apples and oranges, and you can't compare the two. And that's what people don't get. I'm not picking one over the other because I like them. It's just not. Now you tell me this: Hawkeye is one of my favorite characters pre-Avengers movie because now they've changed his entire character after the movies came out. But Green Arrow versus Hawkeye, Green Arrow wins.
I said that,
and I will tell you why Green Arrow wins. Hawkeye is the guy that takes the last shot. Hawkeye is the guy that sacrifices himself. Hawkeye is the guy that's imperative to the mission. But Green Arrow is the guy that can handle the mission on his own. Mm-hmm. People don't realize it because he gets undershadowed by Batman. Mm. But we'll go back to Identity Crisis, where the Justice League fought Deathstroke, and Deathstroke beat the shit out of all of them. Stuck an arrow in Deathstroke's eye, and Deathstroke went to fuck up Green Arrow. Now, people don't usually read stuff beyond the major crossovers.
Facts.
So basically, after that, Deathstroke started stalking Ollie. So what did Ollie do? He went back to that fucking island, trained like a fucking badass, and when Deathstroke came after him, he was fighting him sword to sword, combats, and all these other fucking things. By himself. And I'm just saying, it's just, Ollie's a different kind of, Ollie's a warrior, Hawkeye's an archer. Hawkeye is now turned into this shield assassin character. Yeah. When he was just a guy that was trained in the circus. And don't get me wrong, if you probably put it archer to archer, I think maybe Hawkeye could win. Sure. If it's a shooting contest. In an archery contest. But if you put him in a ring and you say, fucking go at it.
No, Green Arrow's going to take it.
At first, and then he was trained by a circus?
No, vice versa. He was trained by the circus to be a thief, I think. Yeah. The ringmaster trained him.
Origins.
Totally opposite. Totally opposite, yeah.
No, it's true. I mean, honestly, when it comes down to it, when it comes to the great debate of Marvel versus DC, you're going to go with either the heavy hitter groups or you're going to go with singles versus singles, double versus doubles with teams and stuff like that. And the other problem comes down to, are you going with the print media, cartoon media, movie media?
Well, I don't like to add cartoon media.
Why not?
Because cartoon media is what you love. What I say by that is when you take a cartoon media show, they're taking the best of the best.
I'll take the Great Super Friends Green Lantern. You can't even fly.
Well, you're basically taking the best of the best.
Right.
Take Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. It's a great show because they took every good thing about the Avengers before and made it into a show without all the bullshit. Now, you sit in there and you put Teen Tony Stark, people wouldn't be tuning into it.
Yeah.
Teen Titan, the original, and they took the best. I can't think of the names, but
there's Saga.
Oh, the real comic.
Oh, the comic books. I was talking cartoon.
Basically, you put that together, Tara, all this threw in it, and they were top hits. They were able to do that. That's why it's unfair, because when you put a show like that, you're getting Giant and Yellow Jacket when it's cool.
Yeah.
You're not getting the shitty episodes in there. I think Hawkeye at his badasses. Iron Man up in time. It's so I don't want to include cartoons.
Right. See, that's the problem. Sorry.
X-Men
from the 90s.
Great X-Men movies added to
That's basically it.
Right. But you're also going to have with the modern day, like, we're old school. Everybody here is old school. We actually read comics. Problem is, 90% geeked out. They're not real comics.
So basically, it matters, but at the end of the day, it's there.
It is there.
You have 30, 40 years of history telling you who in a fight and who can't. Will there be some close battles? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
For example, you can argue with me right now that Hawkeye and Green Arrow, and I would listen because it's just dudes. And which one is better? I think Ollie's a harder bet.
I agree with you. Ollie is technically a hard ass.
Open Hawkeye would. I think he would beat Green Arrow.
Again,
because he's enhanced in the open.
He's not in just pulls up.
It was implied that he enhanced though.
All guy was basically. He can kill your finger. At the same time, but if it's fighting, again, you shoot a fingernail like Green Arrow. Green Arrow still you. Even movie versions of the characters. We'll take Stephen Amell, and we'll take what's his name? Tell me out here. Hawkeye.
There's no audio. We don't have any audio now.
And we have no audio.
All right. That's I don't know why.
We'll be back in a minute.
Give me a second. Why is it? How do
We're
I don't know why. I think it's the actual website.
I have a feeling that we are going to have